Title: A Cosmic View of Wisdom and Leadership. Chapter 1: Discovering the Moonlit Path. In this opening chapter, we invite you into the world of Christopher Hadfield, the former commander of the International Space Station, who turned a career of rockets into a story of wisdom and leadership. Hadfield once remarked that in space, there are no mistakes, only opportunities to learn from the impossible. His leadership style has always been rooted in curiosity, humility, and a willingness to admit when he does not know something. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the moon, looking back at Earth. Hadfield's words echo. To lead, you must first be willing to step into unknown territory with a clear mind and an open heart. This mindset transforms fear into a catalyst for growth. Key takeaways. Lead by example, showing the courage to experiment. Embrace curiosity as a tool for continuous learning. Cultivate humility so that you remain receptive to feedback. Concrete action: start a nightly journal. Before you go to sleep, record one new question you had that day and one decision you made that pushed you beyond your comfort zone. This practice builds the habit of lifelong learning that Hadfield praises. I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep exploring the universe of wise leadership together. Reflective question: how often do you ask yourself whether an opportunity is a mistake or a lesson waiting for you? Chapter 2: The 3 Pillars of Wise Leadership. In this chapter, we turn to Hadfield's core principles that served him in the cosmos and on the battlefield of daily life. He distilled his experience into 3 pillars: collaboration, clarity, and narrative. First, collaboration. Hadfield managed crews from diverse cultures and technical backgrounds. His favorite reminder: everyone on the station is responsible for the same goal, keeping the station alive. Collaboration thrives when every voice feels heard and responsibility is shared. Second, clarity. In space, a misstep can mean the difference between life and death. Hadfield emphasized the necessity of clear objectives, precise communication, and measured risk assessment. His mantra: know the task, know the tools, know the timeline. Third, narrative. Hadfield's videos on YouTube captured the human side of space travel. He believed that telling a story creates shared meaning and motivates people toward a common vision. Storytelling can transform a complex technical goal into a relatable mission, he once said. Concrete action. Pick a project at work or in your life, write down the goal in a single sentence: clarity. Assign clear roles with written expectations: collaboration. And craft a short narrative that explains the why and the how: storyline. Conclusion. When you align collaboration, clarity, and narrative, you create a leadership style that is practical, resilient, and inspiring. Reflective question. In what areas of your life could more clear communication and a shared story change the outcome? Chapter 3: Practicing Wisdom in Everyday Orbit. Hadfield's wisdom was not confined to spacecraft. He applied the same principles in his post-military career as a public speaker and educator. He used the starry backdrop to teach leadership lessons to students and corporate teams. A vivid example came during a university lecture about resilience. He asked the audience to imagine a satellite that has lost a solar panel. Instead of despair, he guided them to adapt. Find a way to adjust your attitude, redistribute power, and keep orbiting. The lesson was: wisdom lies in turning setbacks into adaptive strategies. Another story from his time on the station shows how Hadfield handled a sudden micrometeorite strike on a critical sensor. He calmly delegated tasks, consulted with specialists, and reassigned priorities, ensuring the crew's safety. From this, we learn that when under pressure, a wise leader relies on trust, clear communication, and rapid decision-making. Practical exercise. The next time you face a challenge, pause for a minute. Ask yourself 3 questions. What is the core problem? What resources can I reallocate? Who can help me? Then act decisively, trusting your team and your knowledge. Conclusion. Hadfield reminds us that wisdom is not abstract. It becomes tangible in how we treat crises and turn them into growth opportunities. Reflective question. How have you turned an unexpected challenge into a new learning path? Chapter 4: Bringing Lunar Leadership to Modern Life. In the fast-moving world of technology and social media, Hadfield's advice stays relevant. His core principle of operating with humility and authenticity invites us to lead with integrity even when the spotlight is bright. To apply this, consider your digital presence. Before posting any content, reflect on, does it align with my authentic values? Does it foster genuine connection? Hadfield once said that the best communications come from a place of honesty and empathy. Another way to bring his wisdom into everyday decisions is through mindfulness. Hadfield practiced meditation during long flights, using it to maintain focus. Adopt a 5-minute breathing exercise each morning to clear distractions before you dive into tasks. A concrete example: if you are stuck in a meeting, instead of contributing fragmented thoughts, pause, observe, and then suggest one clear idea that supports the group's objective. This demonstrates clarity, collaboration, and narrative in real time. Conclusion: by anchoring your leadership in humility, clarity, and a commitment to shared goals, you create a modern orbit that guides teams through turbulence and innovation. Reflective question: which personal habit would you change to better reflect Hadfield's leadership principles? Chapter 5: Orbiting Toward Your Own Wisdom. The final chapter is about taking what you have learned and charting your own course. Hadfield reminds us that success is not a destination, but a continuum of learning and adaptation. First, set a personal mission statement that captures your core values, aspirations, and how you wish to impact others. Write it today. Second, build a learning plan that includes weekly actions: a book, a mentorship conversation, a challenging project. Third, practice gratitude. Hadfield once noted that acknowledging small victories keeps morale high and keeps the crew tight. Action step: draft a 1-page mission statement. Schedule 30-minute weekly reflections. Set a goal for the next month that pushes your boundaries but is attainable. Key takeaways: wisdom thrives when it aligns with personal purpose, continuous learning, and humility. Leadership emerges when you share that vision, communicate clearly, and model the behavior you expect. Thank you for journeying with me through the cosmos of wisdom and leadership. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to explore more inspiring stories together. Reflective question: what is one concrete change you will implement this week to grow in wisdom and lead more effectively?